3 days before his wedding, Tom's phone buzzed with a message that would change everything. Sitting at his desk on a Wednesday afternoon, he opened a text from his fiancée, Brooke, and read it once, then again, and then a third time. It said, "Hey babe, just wanted to be transparent with you. Derek reached out. He's going through a rough time with his dad's cancer diagnosis and needs support. I'm going to spend Thursday and Friday night at his place just for closure before our big day. Nothing will happen, I promise. The wedding's still on. Love you, Derek." Her ex of 4 years, the man she swore was firmly in her past when Tom started dating her 2 years earlier. Tom stared at the words, unsure if it was a joke, a test, or something more sinister. After a long pause, he simply typed back, "Do what you need to do." Brooke responded instantly, gushing about how mature and secure he was, how this was why she wanted to marry him. What she didn't realize was that the moment Tom hit send, the wedding was already over. Instead of panicking or begging for answers, Tom quietly picked up his phone and started making calls. The first was to the wedding venue. Calmly, he gave his name and told the coordinator, "Cancel everything." Shocked, she warned him he'd lose the deposit, but he didn't hesitate. Next, the honeymoon resort in Hawaii, cancelled. Then, his best man. "Dude, the wedding's off," Tom said flatly, forwarding Brooke's text as explanation. By 6 o'clock that evening, the entire wedding, venue, catering, flowers, DJ, honeymoon, was gone. Tom even moved his things out of their apartment while Brooke was at work, leaving only her ring on the counter with a sticky note that simply read, "For closure." Meanwhile, Brooke went to her bachelorette party completely oblivious, but the truth always finds its way out. At 9:23 that night, an automated email from the venue hit her inbox, confirming the cancellation. She saw it surrounded by her friends in matching bride tribe shirts. Confusion turned to panic, and within minutes, her maid of honor was posting frantic stories online, asking if anyone knew where Tom was. Texts started flooding Tom's best man's phone instead. Brooke was hysterical. Her mom, Helen, left 17 furious voicemails, calling Tom childish and threatening lawsuits. Even Derek himself reached out, saying, "Bro, come on." She was just being nice. Nothing was going to happen. But social media doesn't lie. Videos surfaced of Brooke sobbing on a bar bathroom floor. Mascara streaked down her face, while one of her friends muttered, "Maybe Derek can help." Her scream in response said it all. Derek is why this is happening. By morning, Brooke tried a new strategy. She posted a public announcement on Facebook claiming the wedding was postponed because Tom was having a mental health crisis, accusing him of paranoia and false accusations. But Tom wasn't going to let that stand. With one post, he shut it down, a screenshot of her original text about Derek, followed by the words, "No mental health crisis, no paranoia. My fiancée informed me she'd be spending 2 nights with her ex. I wished her well and cancelled the wedding." The internet exploded with reactions. That night, things escalated even further. Brooke, her parents, her maid of honor, and yes, Derek actually showed up at Tom's best man's apartment, demanding he reconsider. Through the Ring doorbell camera, it was all captured. Helen screamed for Tom to come outside and be an adult. Her father begged him not to ruin Brooke's life. And Derek, unbelievably, had the nerve to say, "Bro, don't do her like this." Tom's best man replied coldly through the speaker, "Did you seriously bring the dude she was going to spend 2 nights with to convince him to take her back?" The group eventually left after security got involved. That very night, Brooke proved Tom right by posting from Derek's apartment with wine glasses in view, writing, "Sometimes the universe shows you where you're meant to be." Friday was supposed to be the rehearsal dinner, but it turned into chaos. Brooke tried to host it anyway, screaming at the country club staff when they refused to honor the cancelled reservation. Only 12 guests showed up, and Derek was proudly seated beside her. Even her own sister walked out in disgust. Later that night, Brooke went live on Instagram, wine-drunk and tearful, insisting she never cheated, that she only wanted closure with Derek. But the background betrayed her. The distinctive wall art of Derek's apartment was visible, and the comments section lit up. "Girl, you're literally with your ex right now." The live ended in embarrassment when Derek tried to take her phone away, whispering, "Babe, you're making it worse." Saturday, the day of the wedding, became something out of a tragic comedy. Despite everything, 30 confused relatives still showed up to the venue because Brooke and her mother insisted it was only postponed. Instead, they found a corporate retreat happening inside, tech workers mingling while guests in gowns and tuxedos stood outside in disbelief. Helen, once again, tried to strong-arm the venue into giving them a space, only to have police called for the second time that week. And then came the twist no one expected. Derek's father showed up, believing his son was the groom after being told lies about a wedding. When he learned the truth that his son had faked a cancer story just to lure Brooke back, he exploded in rage. In front of everyone, he shouted, "You told people I had cancer to sleep with an engaged woman. You're both trash." Brooke tried to defend Derek, but even his father wasn't having it. The sham was finally out in the open. That night, Brooke made one last desperate attempt. She slipped into the apartment she once shared with Tom, still holding a key, and sent him a photo of herself in her wedding dress. "This could have been our night." "I'm here if you want to talk," she wrote. Tom replied with a single line. "You should check your email." He had already informed the landlord he was moving out and cut off all financial ties. She couldn't afford the rent on her own. Her last text came panicked. "Where am I supposed to live?" Tom's answer was brutal. "Derek seems comfortable." The fallout was swift. Brooke and Derek ended up moving into his mother's basement. Her parents' marriage collapsed when her father discovered Helen had pushed the closure plan because she mistakenly thought Derek had money. Venues blacklisted Brooke from ever booking again after her multiple public meltdowns, and Derek, he never proposed. Instead, he told her he didn't believe in marriage after 2 divorces, leaving Brooke to scream, "You ruined my life for nothing," while Derek was spotted back on dating apps. Meanwhile, Tom flourished. Without the stress of a doomed wedding, he thrived at work, earning a promotion. He even started dating again, this time with someone who actually valued him. Looking back, he realized that Brooke's shocking text had been a blessing in disguise, a warning sign, a gift that saved him from years of misery. And maybe that's the real lesson here. Sometimes betrayal doesn't break you, it frees you. So let me leave you with this. If you got a text like Tom did, just days before your wedding, what would you do? What would